Wait. Now start. Okay. Visibility is okay. Okay, so I will send this link in your. Wait. Where I say that link? Where I send this link? Wait. You can search me in YouTube. A name of wait. Otherwise, I will send in your message. Video link basically. You can watch through YouTube. Okay. You can read the message. Otherwise, you can search me in YouTube. Mritunjay Lectures. Wait. You got it? Full board? Okay, so which one is more comfortable? That one or that one? Okay, other one. Okay, so if any problem, then comment. You can write. Otherwise, you can watch this here. Okay. So I think visibility is more okay. Now, last time I will discuss. Otherwise, I will explain again. First theorem. Last time I will discuss. Wait. Yeah, I think few. In last class, I will discuss if this one is if this one is O is the center of the circle, okay, and this one is the circumference here, A, B, C, okay, this one is A, B, C, or better to write, wait, you can see here, sweep like that one from here to here, okay, so that angle and that angle. If O is the center of the circle and this one is X, and if this one is Y angle, so Y basically 2X. Y angle this equal to 2X. Okay, I hope so clear. Y is okay. Y is okay. Now this is the first theorem. In last class I have already discussed. So now next theorem, the angle in semiconductor is right angle triangle. Right angle. Okay. So second theorem is the angle. You can say that right now. The angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Clear? How can? Look here. First of all, how can prove this one? Simply, if you consider this one is a circle, okay, like that one. According to theorem say, suppose that is O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. and this one is a diameter. This one is the diameter of the circle. Okay, you can also watch through. And here, whatever be the angle from here to here, okay, according to definition or theorem, say if this one is A and this one is a B and this one is C, prove, how can prove angle ABC this be equal to 90 degree. Clear? Okay. So how can prove? Look here in now in last theorem, and this one is O. O is the center of the circle. In last class, I have already discussed if if this one is a circle, okay, and here to here, and if that one is a O, and if this one is a X, so what about that angle? Why this be equal to 2x? Okay, clear or not? First of all, what about that angle? Always 180, because of this one is a diameter. Okay, if this one is a diameter, so always this one is a straight line. Basically this one is, you can say that also a straight line. If this one is a straight line, it means what about that angle? 180. So if this one is 180, whatever be the angle, suppose that angle is how much? X, or simply you can read it right now ABC. ABC. So angle ABC is how much? If you apply this concept, if this one is X and this one is Y, so Y this be equal to how much? 2x. So Y is basically 180. So you can say that X this be equal to how much? 180 by 2. So that is 90 degree. Clear or not? Okay, clear? So according to theorem, angle in semicircle, this one is called semicircle. Okay, semicircle angle, this one is called semicircle. Why? Because this one is diameter, so that angle is called semicircle angle. So semicircle is right angle triangle, always right angle. Okay, how can prove? Very simple. If this one is, simply you can draw a line corresponding to here. So this one is the diameter. Diameter basically straight line. So that angle is how much? 180. According to previous definition, if this angle is Y and this one is X, so Y this equal to 2x. Okay, so Y this equal to 2x. So simply look, you can compare Y this equal to 180 and this one is X. So 180 this equal to 2x. So X this equal to 180 by 2, that is 90 degree. Clear? So finally ABC is right angle, means 90 degree. Proof. Okay. Now after that we have focused on third definition. So this theorem is clear. If any doubt, then otherwise some question okay, otherwise some student are sometime problem create like, sir, I think from my point of view, if this one is a circle, okay, if this one is a diameter O, so sometime angle like this one is also this one is also always 90 degree. Yes. Okay, sometime you can also create like that one. This one or 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 this one, always 90, because this one is 180. Okay, this one is 180. So 180 this equal to, suppose that X. So 180 by, according to Y this equal to X. So Y 180. So 180 by 2. So X is always 90 degree. Clear or not? If this one is semicircle, condition is applied. If this one is a semicircle, otherwise not valid. Means I can say that, suppose that you can draw a straight line here and you can say that, sir, this one is a 90 degree. No, this one is not 90, because this one is a not semicircle. If this one is semicircle, then you can say that that angle is always 90 degree. I hope so clear. So now I will focus on next theorem. third theorem say angle in the same segment of the circle are equal. Okay, so theorem number 3 or whatever, angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. So first of all, what is the meaning of that one? Okay, so first of all, make circle. This one is a circle. Okay, according to this theorem, suppose that you can draw a line corresponding to from angle like that one, angle in same segment means if this one is A, this one is B, so another angle also like that one. Okay, so if this one is A and this one is B and this one is C and this one is D, according to this theorem, say angle of ACB is always equal to ADB. Okay, our target, how can prove? If say same segment means that point and that point. Okay, so these two angles create corresponding to that point and that point. Okay, so ACB and ADB, how can prove these two are equal? So first of all, what about theorem say? Theorem say if angles in the same segment of a circle are always equal. So first of all, how can prove? Okay, look here. We have considered, look, let us consider that point is O. O is the center of the circle. Okay, we assume O is the center of the circle, and now I draw a line corresponding from here to here. Okay, so what about that angle? I don't know. Suppose that angle is AOB. Clear? That is AOB. Or you can say that if this angle is X and this angle is Y and this angle is, suppose that angle is P. Clear? We assume, for simplicity point of view, that angle ACB is X, ADB is Y, and AOB is how much? P. Okay, our target, how can prove that angle and that angle are equal? Clear or not? Hello? Yes. So you can enjoy. Visibility is more okay? Okay. So how can prove? Look, in last class, or you can say that here, if this one is X and this one is Y, so Y this will be equal to how much? 2X. So you can apply this theorem here. How can apply? You can say that angle AOB, this will be equal to 2 times of ACB. Clear or not? You can say that angle AOB, this will be equal to 2 times of angle ACB. It means P this will be equal to how much? 2x. Equation number 1. After that, you can apply here AOB, angle AOB, this will be equal to 2 times of angle ADB. So AOB basically P, and this one is 2 times Y. So equation number 2. From equation number 1 and 2, you can say that P this will be equal to 2x and P this will be equal to 2y. So 2x this will be equal to 2y. From 1 and 2, you can say that 2x this is equal to y, so x this is equal to y. it means angle ACB, this will be equal to angle ADB. I hope so clear. I hope so clear. Okay. So now, now second question rise. So you can, if you interested in screenshot, then also take a screenshot. Otherwise, this video is saved and you can watch after. Okay. So now next, no. Suppose that extended means suppose that some time student asking, sir, if suppose that if this one is a center of the circle, sorry, diameter, okay, and wait, I will draw a line corresponding to here, okay, and this one is a diameter basically. And what about that angle? This angle and these two angles are always same or not? That is ACB, and here this is O and here D. So according to this definition, you can prove that is ACB, this will be equal to angle ADB. I will prove very simple way. How can prove? Now, what about that angle? Always 180, because of this one is a diameter. Clear? This one is a basically diameter. So you can say that if this one is 180, according to previous concept, that angle this will be equal to, if you compare AOB, and simply you can say that AOB, this will be equal to 2 times of ACB, angle ACB. And if this one AOB is how much? 180. So 180 by 2. So ACB basically 90 degree. Okay. And now if that concept also apply here, angle AOB, this will be equal to 2 times of ADB. So angle ADB, this will be equal to AOB basically 180. So 180 divided by 2, this will be equal to 90 degree. Okay. So finally you can say that ACB, angle of ACB, this will be equal to angle of ADB. I hope so clear. Okay. 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 Now next. Any doubt? Okay. So now third possibility. Sometimes, sir, if suppose if circle like represent like that one, okay, and from here from here to here basically, okay, and second one from here to here, okay. So you can prove here A, B, here C, and here D. You can prove same segment, A and C are same segment. So how can prove angle ABC, this will be equal to angle ADC. Our target, how can prove these two angle are same, okay. Simply, first of all, I will draw a, suppose that this one is the center, this one is center of the circle, okay. So first of all, if you draw a line corresponding from here, from here to here, okay. Basically, this one is O is the center of the circle. Clear? So now, according to definition, previous class, angle of AOC, this will be equal to, now if you compare that angle, A 2 times of ABC, ABC. Clear? Clear or not? So you can say that angle of ABC, better to write, this one is equation number 1. After that, angle of AOC, this will be equal to 2 times of angle of ADC. Okay, this one is equation number 2. From 1 and 2, AOC, this will be equal to 2 times, you can say that angle AOC, this will be equal to 2 times of angle ABC. This will be equal to 2 times angle of ADC. So you can say that ABC, this will be equal to angle of ADC. Proof? So we have checked 3 possibility. First of all, first segment. Clear? First of all, this one is clear or not? Okay. So basically, you can say that I will consider 3. Here we are assume 3 possibility. That one, and that one. First possibility, O is the center. Here, always O. Here O, and here O. Okay. Now, so in first possibility, if segment like here and here, so from here to that angle, and okay, now after that, from here to here, and after that here to here, and next one, last one, from here to here, and after that here to here. Okay, in these 3 cases, that angle equal, this angle and this angle are equal, and this one are equal. Here A, C, B, and here D. Here A, C, B, and here D. Here A, C, B, and here D. In these 3 cases, I will prove ACB, this will be equal to angle of ADB, always. Okay, and this one is basically diameter. So finally, we got, I hope so clear. Wait. Okay, so now I will focus on some problem. How can apply these 3, how can apply basically 3 theorem here. First, semicircle, first theorem is center of the angle is equal to 2 times of the, suppose that segment angle is x, so if center of the circle angle is y, so y this equal to 2x. And next one, in any semicircle, any angle of semicircle is always 90 degree, and third one, for same segment angles always equal. Okay, clear or not? Okay, so I will focus on next basically problems. How can apply these 3 concepts to solve complicated problem. So now let us consider some example. First example. So first, any doubt? Are okay? Okay. So look, first question is a circle like that one. Okay. question is uh, from here to here, and that is segment, and another segment like that one, okay, and from here to here, okay. Our target, O is the center of the circle. Here O is the center of the circle. Our target, unknown angle, okay. So basically this one is A, and this one is B, and this one is C, and this one is D, okay. That okay, that angle is given 70 degree. Our target, what about that angle? X, okay, and this one is basically 30 degree, okay. Our target, how can determine X? Look here very carefully. First of all, for same segment angle, look here, BAC and BDC are equal or not? Because of same segment. So if this one is 30 degrees, so what about that angle? Also 30? Clear? Okay. So I hope so. Today class is more easy as compared to previous. You can easily understand. So you can understand that angle is equal to that angle. Why? Because of these two angles are making at same segment of the circle. Okay, that's why. After that, here O is the center of the circle. Okay, now next target. Look here, our target, that angle X. Okay, so if you see from here, this one is a triangle. Okay, so 70 plus 30 plus X, this will equal to how much? 180. So X is how much? 80 degree. Very simple. So X is how much? 80 degree. Clear or not? So this is the final answer. This is the final answer. I hope so. Any doubt, then I will focus on next problem. Okay, wait. Now second problem is this one is a if you feel more difficult than difficulty, then you can tell me. I will basically easy question, so I think you can feel not. Now if this one is a diameter, according to question, this one is a diameter, and now that, and this one is a triangle, and after that another. Okay, if here A, here B, and here P, and here Q. Okay, okay, wait, basically shit. No. Oh, wait. This shit. Okay. Now we have considered this one is O is the center of the circle. Okay. Suppose that by figure is not properly. Okay. But you can assume here O is the center of the circle, not here, basically here. Okay. O is the center of the circle. Our target, how can determine that angle X? Okay, if this angle is 35 degree, if that angle is how much? 35 degree. So what about X? How can determine X? Okay, so first of all, I know that. How can determine? You can try, otherwise I will try. Okay, you can try first. Yes. Angle, yes, that angle and that angle are same. Yes, good. Yeah. Yes. PQ. Wait. Basically this angle is x. So this angle and that angle are same. Okay. Why? Because of same segment. You can okay. I think you are understand. Okay. So now after that, our target x. How can determine x basically? Simple. If this one 70. Now look, first of all, look here. I have second theorem say if this one is a diameter, and so what about that angle? Always 90. Okay. Now O is the AOB is the diameter. So that angle, basically that angle is always 90. Clear or not? Otherwise, suppose that you cannot understand, sir. How can say? So simply you can apply that angle is x and that angle is how much? 180. So 2x this equal to 180. So x this equal to 90. So if this one is a 180, so what about that angle? 90 degree. Clear? Very simple. So now in triangle APB, angle AP in triangle APB is how much? Sorry, that is angle. Sorry, triangle APB is the right angle triangle. Okay. So x plus 90 plus 35 is how much? 180 degree. So x is 90 minus basically 35. So 5 and 8 minus 3, that is 55. 55 plus 5 is how much? 60. Okay, yes. So x basically 55. I hope so clear. Okay, you can enjoy this class or not? Are you enjoying this class or not? Today class. Now next problem. Next problem is, suppose that this one is circle. Okay, here, wait. Okay, look, this one, if this one is a O is the center of the circle, look like that one. So from here to here angle, and a draw line. Okay. Oh shit. Wait. Okay. Look. If here O is the center, like that one. Okay. Here A, here B, and here C. This one is 120 degree. And that one is 90 degree. And that one is X. And this one is O is the center of the circle. So our target, how can determine X? You can try. Yes. First you can try, then after that I will do. X is 75. Look here, this one is 90 degree. Okay. This one is 75. How can I say? Okay, so basically you can determine that angle basically. Okay, yes. Nice. 180 plus 90. Suppose that this one is X. No, not X. Basically, suppose that Y. So Y plus 120 plus 90. We got 210. This equal to 360. So why this be equal to 360 minus 210? So what about that value? 5 and 1. Yes, 150. So that angle is 75. Uh, this one is 75. Okay. But our target, what about that angle? Clear or not? Our target, that angle. How can determine? Look here. If this one is 150, sorry, 120, and what about that angle? 60 degree, and this angle is also 60. Clear? Why these two are 60? Because of that angle, sorry, that these two sides are equal. Okay, if this one is if this one is P, so this one is also P. P plus P, 2P. Yeah. Oh, shish, silly mistakes. Not 60, 30, sorry. 30, 30, 30, sorry. 30, 30, okay? So, now x plus 30 is how much? 75. So, x is 75 minus 30. So, basically 45 degree. Clear? Otherwise, you can use another method also. If this one is 90 degree, okay? If this one is 90 degree, now these two sides are radius of the circle. So you can say that if this one is x, so this one is also x. So x plus 90, 2x plus 90, this will equal to how much? 180. So x this will equal to 90 by 2. So that is 45 degree. So without any theorem, you can done. Okay. I hope so clear. Now I will focus on next problem. Next problem is, okay, oh, next. O is the center of the circle. Okay, wait. Your O is the center of the circle, and from that angle to that angle, okay, here O is the center of the circle, and this one is 60 degree. Then what about x? Basically our target, how can determine x if O is the center of the circle? And here A, here C, here B, and here D point. So how can determine x? You can try. First of all, you can try, then after that I will do. X is 30. Wait, I will check. How can say 30? Look here. First of all, I draw a line like that one. Okay, how can do? If this one is 60, so what about that angle also 60 because of same segment? Clear? After that, that angle is 90 degree. Why? Because of this one is diameter and this one is basically semicircle angle. This one is semicircle angle, so that angle is 90. And this that if you see this triangle, so what about that angle? Also 90. Clear or not? So you can say that angle CBD, this will equal to 90 degree. Okay, so basically that angle is 90 degree. If you determine that angle, so you can 90 minus x, sorry 90 minus that angle, we got x. Clear? So if you see in this triangle, okay, ACB, triangle ACB, 90 plus 60 plus what about that angle? Suppose that is y, so 180. So y this will equal to how much? 30. Clear or not? Y this will equal to 30. Now after that, sorry, 30 plus x, 30 plus x, this will equal to how much? This angle is 90, so x this will equal to 60. So finally x this will equal to 60 is the right answer. Okay, you got same? You got 30. Okay, so wait. Okay, if this one is 30, okay, now next, if suppose that, okay, 60, okay, suppose that that angle is 50. If suppose that, no, I will consider next question. O, another circle. If O is the center of the circle, if this one is 120, so our target, what about that angle x? Here O, here A, here B, and here C. So what about angle x? You can do.
X is 120.
X is, yeah, no, x is 120. Wait, I will check. How can say wait. What about that angle? 240? Yes, x is equal to, because of 240 divided by 2. Okay, so 240, this will equal to 2x. So x this will equal to 120. Okay, now next. Now O is the center of the circle and this one is 50 degree. And what about that angle x? Here A, C, B, and that angle is 90 degree. How can possible? This question is not okay. Basically, is wait. Question is not complete. Basically, if you draw a circle like that one, shit. According to question say if this one is a diameter, okay, and that one and that one, and this one is 90 degree basically, okay, and here O is the center of the circle. This one is not center of circle, that point is D, and here A, and here C, and here B. So if this one is, so our target, what about X? And this one is how much? 50 degree. Okay, how can do? Level 2 type question basically.
Lower.
Level 2, second means higher, little bit higher from previous.
I cancel.
You got it or not? No, wait. First, if you see very carefully, angle ADC, in triangle ADC, this one is 90. Wait. Angle ADC is 90, clear? Because that in given question. So this one is a basically perpendicular sine. So what about that angle? If this one is 90, so basically 40 degree. Are you okay? Very simple. If this one 90, 90 plus 40, sorry, 90 plus 50 plus y, suppose that this is y. This be equal to how much? 180. So y this be equal to 40 degree. Clear? Now next target, but our target, how can determine x? Now this one is a diameter. Okay. If this one is a diameter, and I know that second theorem say any angle of the semicircle, in semicircle angle is always 90 degree. So that angle is always 90. So you can say that 40 plus x, this will equal to 90. So what about x? 90 minus 40. So that is how much? 50 degree. I hope so clear. So how can get x this will equal to 50 degree? Okay. Now I will focus on next problem. Next problem is, wait. Okay. And here A, B. And here O is the center of the circle. AB is the diameter. Okay. AB is basically diameter. Figure is not correct because of I hope so you can understand. If O is the diameter, O is the center of the circle, AB is the diameter, and that angle basically is 130 degree. This one is 130 degree. So what about that angle X? Our target, how can determine angle X? If AO, here C, and here D. Clear? So our target, how can determine angle CDB, that is X? You can try. Otherwise, I will do. You can try. First try. Basically, this one is very simple. Look here. What about that angle? If this one is a straight line, if this one is 130, so sum of these two angles is how much? One. So what about that angle? 180 minus 130 is because 50 degree. Clear? You can find a relation between these two angles. Look, you can find very easy way. I have a wait, wait. I will make another circle. Suppose that this one is circle like that one. Okay. But if you know, if this one is O is the center of the circle, and this one is Y. If this one is Y and this one is X, so Y this equal to 2X. Clear? So you can correlate between these two. These two. How can? If not understand, look, make circle like that one. Okay. Now here AOB visibility is okay. Wait. Now COB. If this one is whatever, that is Y. Suppose that. Okay. Suppose that is Y because we got basically 50 degree. Okay. Now after that CDB means like CDB. If this one is Y and this one is hex, so what is the relation between these two? You can apply this theorem. Y this equal to, this one is O is the center of the circle. So Y this equal to always 2x. Clear or not? Y this equal to always 2x. Okay, you can compare that one and that one. So if this one is 50, so x this equal to 25. $25 is the right answer. Okay. I will take another problem. I will take another problem or next. Hello. Hello. Harshit. Okay. I will take another problem. Otherwise, I will take another next Saturday.
Oh, you can do a sample.
Other sample. Okay. Next.